This is an Elddis Xplore 304. Just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van, you've got your jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake. We'll demonstrate these to you in person here on site. In the front locker, you've got your gas bottle tie downs with your two gas bottle straps where you can carry a maximum of 2 6-kilogram propane gas bottles at any point. You then got your gas pipe that goes into the front of the bottle, which is a reverse throw fitment. On top of the bottle, you've got your gas open, which is gas on, and closed, which is gas off. Coming down the side of the van, you've got your wind down legs on either side of the front to stabilise the caravan while it's on site. They're only there for stabilising the caravan, not lifting the van. You've then got your heating and hot water flue, very simply there to do the same job as the flue on your side of your house, no difference at all there. You've then got your water pump connection, which very simply pulls out and pushes into the side of the van. Clip the cap down to lock it in place, and then you've got your pickup pipe that drops inside the ack roll, and you do need to make sure the pickup pipe is fully submerged in water prior to turning the water pump on. The motor mover and wheel nuts will demonstrate the motor mover while you're here on site, and we'll also torque wheel nuts to the correct setting prior to the van leaving. Then above that you have your two fridge vents. Two fridge vents are very simply there to allow the hot air at the back of the fridge unit and to take some cool air in. And on the top right hand side of the top cover you'll actually see a gas flue for when the fridge is running on gas. Coming down the back of the van, you've got your two wind down legs again. Then you've got your grey waste pipes coming out the back of the van, which have two bits of grey pipe that go into the larger diameter holes, then drop down inside your waste master at the rear of the caravan. On the side of the van, you have your toilet flush tank, and you'll need to put 3.5 litres of water in here and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to use, which allows you to flush the toilet system. And in the side of the van, you have your toilet waste cassette. To release it, you pull up the orange handle and pull the cassette towards you. The orange neck here turns out 90 degrees so you can tip the waste away. The grey cap is a measure for your pink and your blue fluid. And on the back of the cassette you'll see an orange pressure relief button, so as you're tipping the waste away, it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. Out of this cassette, in this cassette you'll need to put 1 litre of water and a cap full of the blue fluid. Going down towards the front of the van, you've got your mains power lead coming into the side of the caravan, as you can see, and that connects to the mains power on site. Then you've got your 110 amp leisure battery that comes as part of your super starter pack. You then got your motor mover power switch, which again we'll demonstrate while you're here on site. Coming on to the inside of the caravan now. As you can see, the van hasn't been cleaned yet, but by the time you arrive on site it will be. As you come in the door, on the left hand side you've got your master power switch. You've got your internal lights for the caravan. You've got your voltmeter for the battery on board the caravan at the top here. You've got your water pump run, which I'll come back to in a moment. And then you've got your awning light for the outside of the caravan. In the underneath the seat on the front left hand side, you'll actually see you've got your mains 240 control panel for the caravan. On the top right hand side here, you've got a black switch here. Press this switch in, and if you connect to mains power on site and this switch drops down, it means you have mains power coming into the caravan from the site. If it stays in the upright position as it is now, that means there is no mains power coming from the caravan site itself to the caravan. Each of the trip switches will be marked in the manual to tell you what each of these is for. Then at the bottom you have your 12 volt fuses, which are all individually marked, as you can see, and it tells you what each fuse should be in each individual connection there. First thing you're going to need to do is fill the water system up. So I'd advise you come over to all the taps, open all the taps up on the hot side of the water system, which is this side here. Then come underneath the seat on the front right hand side of the caravan, and down in this corner you will actually see that there is a yellow valve. That yellow valve is the drain down valve for the water system. Now when it's in the position it is now, pointing towards the wall on the right hand side, it means you can fill the water system up. And when it's upright and pointing towards the bottom of the seat, it means you can drain the water system down. So you need it pointing to the right hand side to fill the system up. Once all these taps are open, as I've said, you'll need to come over to the control panel by the door and turn on your water pump. The red light here indicates that the water system is working. Once the water system is full, you'll have water running out of every tap continuously on board the caravan, as you have now. When the water system's full, you're going to need to shut all of the taps back off. Then you can start thinking about warming the water on board the van. So, with the water system full, like I said, you can start warming the water. But one thing you will need to do is when you're finished using the caravan, you'll need to open all these taps up in the central position. Then open the yellow drain down valve underneath the seat. At that point, you can actually start warming the water on board the caravan when the water system's full. Now if you're going to run it on electric, you have this switch on the right hand side. So you're going to flick this switch into the 500 watt position to fill the water system up. and you're going to have it in the down position to run it at 1000 watts of electric. Now it will depend on what caravan site you're on to what you set this to. If you're not sure, ask the site office when you arrive on your site on your holiday, and they will be able to advise you. To run the water heating on gas, you have this switch on the left hand side. Put the switch into the down position. If it ignites on gas, you're going to have this green light appear here, and if it fails to ignite on gas, you're going to have a red light on the right hand side. We do advise when you're showering on board the caravan to use the gas as a boost for the water heating, because the electric heating won't boost it quick enough. On the top switch here, you have your room heating for the caravan. You have 500, 1000 or 2000 watts of power available. So you spin the dial to the correct setting again. And on the bottom here, you'll be able to control the room temperature of the heating on the electric settings. Down the bottom here, you have your blown air fan, which again, you can control the temperature of the heater on this dial. And down the bottom here, you have your option to run gas. So you'll select the gas option at the bottom, and if it ignites on gas for your room heating, it will go green on the top here, and if it fails to ignite, it will go red at the bottom. But if it does ignite, again, you can control the temperature on this dial below. To turn the heating off, you put it back to the off position in the centre here. The next thing we're going to demonstrate is the fridge. Now the fridge is very easy to use, power button on. At the moment it's trying to ignite on gas, and the gas bottle is currently turned off. When you're here on site, I advise you turn the gas bottle on. And what it will do is when the gas is ignited, this light will stay solid blue here. If it fails to ignite, it will flash the red warning light on the right hand side. You then have the option of 240 mains. So if you're on 240 mains or gas, you can control the fridge temperature on this button on the right hand side. If you want to use 12 volt to power the fridge when you're travelling down the road, you can have the main control panel turned off above the door, and then you hit the 12 volt button here, and it will allow the fridge to work from the car power supply. Now if you don't have the correct correct connection on the back of your car, it will not allow you to run the 12 volt fridge. If you do have the right connection, then you will be able to use it. You have no temperature control on the 12 volt power option. Hob, grill and oven, or whatever it's like your household appliances, no differences at all there. The last thing we're going to go through is the toilet system in the bathroom. So coming through into the bathroom, the toilet system is very easy to use. You have an electric flush on top of the toilet that you press the button in for. You have a toilet full indicator light that illuminates red to let you know when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. The toilet seat itself actually turns for convenience, as you can see. However, when you're removing the toilet waste cassette from underneath the caravan, the toilet seat does need to be in the straight on position, as it is now. Then below the toilet, you have your grey waste handle. When you're using the toilet, the handle will need to be in this position as it is now. And when you're not using the toilet, you'll need to put it back into the closed position as it is now. If it isn't in the closed position, it will not allow you to remove that toilet waste cassette in case the toilet is being used. The bed at the front of the caravan is very simple to use. You pull out the railing here at the front, all the way to the end, and then you use your cushions from around the van to make up the mattress area at the front here. The bed at the back of the caravan, you'll notice, or the fold out bunk, there is actually some catches on the side here which you need to push in and drop it down to lock it in place. And when it's not in use, it will lock into these catches at the top here. And you've got your bunk ladder, etc. above. And to make the bed up at the bottom, you'll use the table here in the rails either side, as you'd expect. And they'll drop into these rails, and that'll be the bottom bunk. And then again, you'll use the cushions from either side. The mattress for the top bed stores up against the wall at the top here. So that is the Elddis Xplore 304. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'll be more than happy to help. We appreciate your business, and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon. Thanks again. Bye bye.